Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. We are just a little few minutes late. We've got a bit of a storm going on here. No, they're not being an idiot typing first, Rusco. You're very welcome to be the first to type. Welcome, Erebus. It's very, very windy here, 80 to 100 miles an hour. With that, I just need to give a warning. If we do lose the stream due to internet connection or something, I do apologise. It is quite savage. Like an announcement just gone beepage. What did you get there? We got a new subscriber. Somebody just subscribed somewhere. Little announcement. Can't see it. I've just taken my glasses off to clean them. Can't see. My glasses are absolutely appalling. That's terrible. Can't even read the chat. I've been outside tying down pieces of timber and sheeting that were banging around in the back passageway. Not my back passageway, the back passageway of the house. Forgive me. There we go. Somewhat sort of okay. Yeah, we're good here. This end, it's all just hanging it together. We're fine. What did we have there? What was 2596 on the old subscribers on YouTube? Such a bad thing. We're nearly at the 100 mark. The tracker beneath me here is a little bit off. I need to get that updated. It doesn't seem to track whilst the stream's not live, which is a shame. But just 4 more for 2,600, which would be epic. So it's 9 PM in the UK. We're going to get 3 hours out of this, and we're going to do the time trial. Let's go and have a look. I don't think we'll need a warm-up event tonight. I think there's a few people listening and driving, a few people watching and driving. I have to go and clean my glasses properly. This is absolutely appalling. I can't see out of them. Square eyes. So this is Nürburgring. Let's take a look and see how far away we are. We're still within 0.5% of success, which is pretty epic. We're what? I think we are just 6th on the friends list, which isn't bad. Anywhere around 5th is probably around my normal position. I'm not seeing Sam on there. I don't think Sam's given this a crack. He'll probably do it right at the end. Let's have a look at Lego. You can think of a warm-up event. You mean the one? Have you seen it? I'm just gonna have, yeah. Let's go. Yeah, let's go and have a look. Big Popper thinks of a warm-up event. I know he's desperate for me to show. I know you've done incredibly well, Mr. Popper. Incredibly well, if I use the full word. It's number 6, 7. No, it's on the normal license. And we know it's the first lot, but look. This one. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. And all applause to Mr. Popper. Look, he's actually got a 12. A 12,960. So not just any 12. He's there at the 12. So a 12,960 is 0.043 faster than anybody else on the list. And he is so close. Look how close he is to being in the world top 10. So if we do want a little dig at this, we should do. Traction control 0 with counter-sear assistance on strong. That's where I finished last night. That's what we were actually doing, wasn't it? And I can't see out my glasses. Let's see if we can go with dirty glasses before I go and clean them off. There's no brake balance adjust, is there? Well, look how much that slid. I'm going to take that ASM off. Mariana, press full stop and enter, please. Or somebody press full stop and enter. I can't see. There might be a missing words. It says nightmares from the test. I know. I'm a sucker for it, Steve. if I see it, I've got to have a go. You know, if you've proved the way is there, I think there's definitely a way. There it goes. I'm cracking up. If you nightmares from this test. Oh, don't worry about this test. This which one? The circuit, the lap time challenge, or this one from Mount Panorama? If it's the one from Mount Panorama, it has its own nightmare level. The nightmare level isn't achieving what you got to achieve. It's being beaten by Big Popper. You know it is. Glasses are just not clean. Dunk them in water or something. A bit better. I seem to have found the bit that's the problem. Yeah, it's just finding that. I've seen what you've done. I can understand what you've done. It's just replicating it. So the bit we've got to do is get the car, all four wheels, stable at the turning point with the acceleration and drive to get out the corner. It's just about getting that out. It would be nice to get it so I didn't have to change gear, but I don't know whether it's fourth gear in the corner and drive it out. It's just... see, there's a 10th in it there, and that 10th is probably... I've probably got to try and find by braking later. I've been gear slamming as I tend to do, rather than braking into the corner. So you see how I slid away from the apex there? That's the trick. But this will be a decent warm up for the time trial, because the time trial is a gear slammer. I think it's one where we're gonna have to try not to use the brakes. I've been told if you watch the replay of the guy who's in number one, his brake lights don't work at all. Now the car slides right into that corner if you're not changing down. So maybe I misunderstood Steve's info wrongly, but it sort of says don't brake. Don't use the gears to slow down. Change the gears into the corner. So I've been doing as I normally have, just to prove my process. No, but it's still the same principle, Mariana. You've still got to brake. You've still got to brake without using the brakes. It makes no odds whether it's front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive does exactly the same thing through a corner than a front-wheel drive car does compared to a rear-wheel drive. A four-wheel drive car will pull the car through a corner with its front wheels. So if you're comparing how the two, it's very similar. I think this is set to 50-50 drive through a corner, so whatever you do on a front-wheel drive car, you can do in a four-wheel drive car. Unless you set it to 80-20 to the rear. There are so many comparisons with how a front-wheel drive car and a four-wheel drive car take corners. It's not alien to either. You'd be surprised how similar the feel is. And I can tell you that from personal experience because I have one. And it drives very similarly in entering corners as well, not just leaving corners. My four-wheel drive car will wash out into roundabouts and T-junctions and that kind of area because the front-wheel drive the car is tuned towards the front end. Press full stop and enter, please, Erebus. I can't see the end of your request. I hate that on YouTube. They've got that so wrong. So okay, that's understood. So Rubbish, if you want R32, R33 and R34 setups, there's I've got 3 or 4 R34 engine swap setups. All you have to do is look on the Tokyo 600s, the Le Mans 700 and the Sardinia 800 races. I don't think you're overthinking it, Steve. I think you've found the solution. I'm still at it where I'm thinking that if we're driving it the same way as the rest of GT7, I'm still at the point of braking the car into the corner, but I'm still so slow. I just need time to work that out. And it's not the fact that you've told me what to do. I'm translating what you've told me into what I'm trying to do. The fact I'm getting it wrong isn't the fact that I've not understood you. It's the fact that my brain hasn't worked out the process yet. And I'll see the process and I'll understand that from the improved time. So I get what you're saying, I've just not done it. I know exactly what this needs. It needs all 4 wheels on the apex of the corner, pointing down that next straight, so I can get the throttle down. But I need to be faster to the apex, and whether that's the gear slamming seems to be exactly as you say it. Gear slamming seems to be making the car slide. So one of the things Sam does really well is he actually brakes earlier and gets the car to the corner at a better, with more stability, so he can accelerate out. Good evening, Aaron. So I think you've hit the nail on the head, but it's how I need to get the car to the corner that I've got to work out. I understand it's probably not the aggressive changing down, but it's getting the car in smoother, because I tried it there, but I'm still not on pace. So I'm 0.080 down from 1.120 behind you, so I just need a dozen goes at it to try and work it out, and it'll get there. Too slow, it's got to be faster. I've got to brake later. Good evening, NW. Straight you get the car out the corner. No, I know you're not telling me what to do. I don't want you to feel that because I'm not getting it right, I'm not doing what you're suggesting. Is what I'm trying to infer. It takes a little while for it to translate from how you say it to how it feels. So I'm getting quicker, getting there. Yeah, 100% got you. Know exactly what's going on. Good evening, James. Welcome. You at the moment, Steve, are the lead position. You're the one who knows how to do it. You've done it. I'm the one who is student at the moment. I'm trying to find that way forward. It's such a quick test, this. It's so over before it's finished that to repeat it is just so easy to do, but to do it quickly. You're fine, Big Steve. I know what you mean, and I know you mean well, so no harm done. Trying to pump the throttle, pump the brake to try and get the car to turn, and it's not working. Yes, it is, and it's gone up again one more. So I've been hitting the YouTube quite a lot. I've been hitting the Facebook pages with different kinds of here I can help you sort of adverts this like couple of last days. I've actually been posting links to the channel and say stop asking help for help, find your help here. So I guess that's kind of filtering through. One of the posts I've put has had 185 likes. And that was just explaining about how the water depth gauge works. So I think we might have had a bit of success getting people to the channel from that by just making clear and sensible explanations about how things in the game work. So let's hope that I'm doing the right thing that way. I think I am. Subs are going up. And they're going up more than they're going down, which is even better. To do this first, well, it was third hit technically, wasn't it? But it was the first hit that that's the car turned. But it sort of bogged down a bit, so it was too slow. Even though I say we're having a bit of a wild storm here with 80 to 100 mile an hour winds, it's still blooming hot in this room with these computers chugging away. So I feel like I've got a bit of a sweat on already. We're close. We're finding it. We're getting the car to turn. Now I just have to get it to turn in and not hit those curbs so we don't upset the balance of the wheels. See how I'm turning in too early? Very narrow. I need to make that steeper run out. Yeah. Let me see. Let me just drive it out and see if it cuts the acceleration. It was doing last night. We had that. I think you asked the same thing last night. I'm not gonna change it. I'm just gonna rev it out. Yeah, it loses the throttle just before the line, so it has to go to fourth. We did discuss possibly changing up to fourth as I go over the red and white rumble strip on the right hand side. And again, that just slows the car down. It doesn't seem to have the boost because it only goes to 1 atmosphere, look. So let me get it right in my head to go up to fourth as I go onto the red and whites. I'm more thinking about at that time getting the wheels straight and making sure I've turned the car enough. So hit the turbo, hit the accelerator. Now it just bogs the car down. It doesn't like to change up in the low revs, and it won't go round the corner in fourth. What does Big Papa think about the gearing? Does it need to be fourth gear through the corner, or did you change down third to come out the corner? Fourth gear don't work. Shifted at the shift light. Where's the shift light? When it goes... I don't see a shift light. Is there a shift light? I didn't think there was one in this view. Where's the shift light? There. Okay. Still nowhere near to my time. Fourth in, downshift the turn, then fourth when it revs off. Okay. I keep doing it. It's natural. It's natural to shift down at my shift point. Ooh, we're close. When the rev bar flashes, yeah, 10-4. 10-4. I always brake. I always change down 1 gear at the point I brake. Try and take the car into the corner in fourth, Widow. I've done it again. I'm just a klutz. I have to drive a whole lap now in penance. Thank God you don't have to. Need to change down When you get to the corner, brake, don't change down, you cheese. Come on. Take your fingers away from the change down buttons. I can brake later, I think, if I don't change down. I think I can brake at like... Where can I brake if... Oh no, I missed the apex. I can't do that. I can't change down in the corner. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Don't work. Don't work for me. Don't work for me, Argentina. It doesn't work. I've got to change down at my braking point. Look how far he was off on the grass. We started where we finished. I think I'm going to have to use the grass more. I think I've got to get the car going straighter and accelerating longer out the corner. I think I've got to flirt with the outside grass. That's where I think I've got to be playing. Not that much though. And then we're going to whip over this. 2 more minutes. And then we'll whip over to the main event and give the time trial a bit of a beast in. Oh, you slug. I was aiming to cut that last corner there and just follow that ghost as wide as he went. See if that helped. No, we're not anywhere near this. Last go, and then we'll go over to the time trial, and we might come back to this a bit later if we think we can do any more with it. Absolutely. That's one of the things, you know, we're all slightly different. There's some of that. I mean, I'm only 0.47 behind you. I mean, you think about that difference in time over distance. It's probably 2.5 inches. That's probably the difference between you and me, pal. Probably. Anyway, I'm not one to compare. Don't forget to press that full stop. Yeah, driving styles make a big difference. Oh, 4-star ticket just to make us happy. Right, we're off to the time trial. Big Neil was right last night. It is the EV touring, I think, isn't it? So let's get off to the time trial. Let's have a look at what cards we've got to play with for today. See what setups they're on and setups they've got. So that's going to be the first point of call. For those people that haven't been with us to do a time trial before, those people that haven't watched the videos, we know and we've proved you can change the time trial cars by wheel width, wheel size, aero. They all have an impact. We've proved it. We know they do. There's videos that I've got posted that show it. So if you're not sure at all that you can actually change the cars, you can actually change body height, wheel width, wheel height, wheel size, fitment of wheel, aero, front, rear, etc., etc. We know you can change all those. So without labouring that and people saying how, prove it, we are going to use the standard car to start with, and you can see how many people down this list are using. You can just see from the look of the car who's using different aero, who's using different wheels. You can see who's got, you know, custom paint. So if they've got custom paint, they're not using a rental. If they've got, I don't know, different front splitter on, they are not using a rental. So they found out how to go faster. So Sam is in this one at number 2. Absolutely tip top. Big Popper's in at number 18. Bish is in. Who've I missed? Lovett's there. Red's there. Mr. Maguire. Russ is there. Well done, Russ. I'm skipping past names because I'm a Womble. There is Womble. Kev's there. The governor. Oh, we're getting down. So let's see what the goal time is. A 1:29.494. Where does that get us? In the top 20. So if we're in the top 20, it's going to be gold. We're taking a rental to start with. I want the best colour to be seen through. So it's a silver one. Tonight's caffeine-free drink of choice is the Epsi Axe. It's the first letters out to keep it brand neutral. And I can honestly tell you, I've never driven some of this course in the reverse. So settings assist will be traction control 1, default ABS, everything else off. That's where we're going to start the day. We're going to work our way through it. We're going to build up on the laps. We're going to see where we go. Never done this corner before this way round. This will be a trick, won't it? How much can we cut? We'll find out when it goes. Feels like it's on racing hard tyres, so this is going to have some zhuzh, isn't it? This is going to be nippy. Do we take the straight racing line? Brake at this point. Get it into the corner. Get on the gas. Oh, I don't know whether we've got a lift here. We're going to do some sausage straddling, I think. There we go. Oh, braking. Where have we got to brake for this bad boy? We'll feel your way around this one. Oh, cripes. Blown it there. Yeah, just too fast. Just too fast. Okay. Got to slow down a bit coming through there. Got to find a line through here as well, haven't we? This will be tricky. So, back in our very first league, we did this shorter version of this track for the GR4s. And this was quite an interesting race. We're going to brake at that gap in the grass on the right-hand side. That's going to be our braking point. Now we should be able to really cut this apex. We'll see that next time round. It'll probably fail us. Oh, that was a bit of a long apex. Try again. See if we can find a way round. That sounds like a subscriber. Yes, 598. Almost at the 600. Subscribing, Mikey. Thank you for subscribing, Mikey. Much appreciated. Welcome to the channel. I have to assume that they are watching the stream, even though they might not be. They might not have said anything. Oh, Christ. Really got to break through there, haven't I? And then down here, we've got to go wide and deep. Don't touch the grass. Yeah, this will be the part of the circuit they've got to break out. Test this braking point here, the gap in the curbs. No, that's too late. That's got to be before the gap in the curbs. I've got to find a braking point for there, haven't I? Good evening, Paul. Welcome to the channel this evening. Might be too narrow on there again, but third gear feels right. Got to get the feel for this corner coming up. Oh, there's slidey, slidey, slidey. Oh, baby. Come on. Get it back. Oh, come on. We'll get the feel fairly soon. We'll understand what's going on. Ooh. I think the tyres have gone over temperature. Pushing far too hard, one thinks. Before the gap. Needs to be well before the gap. We need to find another point. I don't know where we go red on any of those corners, so we're going to have to find that as we go. Aloha from Big Papa. We gone multilingual already. Third gear just feels right. Whether it is, I don't know. It was slow going out in because I think I just was casual on the brakes, but let's see if we can get this bit right. Come on. I've never come at that corner with quite so much speed before. Really got to slow down at that corner, haven't I? That's so much slower. Okay. What track limits? I'm on wall strike. Have I met track limits yet? I think I must have met track limits, yeah, but... Were you cutting it much more then? Because we can really cut that corner. Much too. Canard, mate. Canard. That's what this is. It's canard. For those in French that know what that means, it's duck. Yeah, we'll get it sorted. It won't be long. That's 4 laps of failure, but each lap's getting faster. So I'm cool with that. Such a wide swinger, excuse the phrase. As I understand it, our fastest fella doesn't use his brakes. So he's just coming around here on the gears, which is interesting. I can't get it to stop going around there. Come on. I need to get that right coming around there, don't I? I guess if I stay tight and narrow, that might work a bit better. But let's get a ghost on first. Incredibly slow, but this is where we find out just... I have to keep wheels on the curb. That's a shame. I should have been a bit more cautious to get the ghost in, shouldn't I? Come on, this time round. Am I going to get penalised a full lap? No, I think we're white. Yeah, we're white, so that's cool. There's another subscriber done, but there's a 2,600. 2,600. Thank you very much. And it had to be a very difficult name for me to say, didn't it? Dryzostov. I've never rolled a car before. No, I don't use other people's ghosts, Paul. And I'm quite happy to explain why. They're not me. I can't drive like other people have. We've just demonstrated I can't drive like Big Papa, so I only beat my own ghost. It's a routine I've got used to. Only beat myself, excuse the phrase. Yeah, 2,600, happy days. That's halfway. Well, it's not halfway. It's 120% towards the target we've set for Easter. Easter is 3,000, so that's 100 in just over 2 weeks, which is good. Christoph in Polish. Okay, happy days. Thank you very much for the assistance. I couldn't read that and drive at the same time. That's a challenge. For this car, yeah, I think I've got some, but I don't know if they are. I don't know if they're public. They might be on some of the early videos, but they were bopped, weren't they? I can certainly give it a shot, Mariana. You know, it'll just be my style of tune. It'll be one that's easy to do, just add on parts, no extra power. It won't be tweaked. It will just be done to be drivable and set a decent time. There's no science to my tunes. Let's see if we can get this right. Come on. What is gold time? Is it like 1:29 or something? It's a 1:29, isn't it? Thank you, Paul. Yeah, I just stick to a set routine, pal. It's not about... I might get faster if I follow somebody else's ghost. It's just that I've done it this way, and it leads to a better route to success than trying to drive like somebody else. I know you can find the route better using another person's ghost, and you just find that route by following that ghost, but not entirely sure that's the best route for me. So there's a 30.4. Now we've got that ghost on, we can start to play with that ghost. Start catching it. The first thing to do is get a ghost, of course, and get better. So now we've got a ghost, we'll watch the ghost, race the ghost, and not really contemplate anything else. My ghost's fairly quick, isn't he? And we've got to start working out what's the right gear to be going into and out of corners. We kept that just. Yeah, gold, my friend. Whatever the gold time is. I don't know what that is. It's 1:29.494, is it? My brain can't remember. Once we get gold, we're going to start to modify the car. We're going to switch away from a rental car and go to a purchased one and owned one, and we'll start to make changes to the car and see which changes make the car faster. See which changes mean I can drive the car faster. We'll change the performance, we'll change how it handles. There's another subscriber with 2602. It's rattling up really quickly today. Thank you very much, Jesus. And Big Papa's exactly right. You might be faster than me if you're out there watching and listening and you think, oh, this is an interesting one, but I'm faster. Then that's absolutely fine. You don't need my help. But there are people out there that absolutely struggle with this game. And I hope to take everybody to a certain point where they understand the game and they understand how the process works. And I'm not saying this is the best way, but this is how I got myself to being somewhat competent, I would suggest. But I might not be fastest. .2 down. Coming out of that last corner was really, out the first corner was slow this time. Oh, I missed that apex. Come off the gas. This car washes out big time, doesn't it? Oh, we touched the wall. Ooh, the hardest challenge in the game. I'm going to change that question if you don't mind. The hardest challenge in the game at current is to go the fastest. But if you were asking me what's the hardest test, what's the hardest license, what's the hardest mission, there's two. The hardest mission in the game is drifting. The final one in Moby Dick or Gone with the Wind, whichever one that is. The hardest license test was, if you consider I took 740 miles to get gold at the Nürburgring, and I don't consider that the hardest. The hardest mission, the hardest license test was the first one you do at the Nürburgring in the green AMG. Now, it didn't take me long to do it, but by heck was that tough. It was a real challenge for me. The hardest circuit experience, there's one that I still can't do. Tokyo clockwise. Yeah, and the hardest drift, the hardest drift mission is the tough, real tough. Great question actually, because that brings something to mind. Az is 100% right, but I'll change what Az says again, just a little bit. Being as fast as Sam is the hardest thing I've found to do. Sam is incredibly fast. He's got such good talent. Such good talent. I've done all the circuit experience. I've got gold and everything. But they wiped the game at update 1.33. And at update 1.33, they changed the physics. So I've had to go back and do all of them again to get my times back on the leaderboard. And there's one that I can't get gold at, and that's Tokyo clockwise. Tokyo clockwise in the Subaru BRZ, in the Subaru WRX GR3. I've done one of them, can't do the other one. Absolute slug it is. I'm 0.012 away, and I think it's all down to brake balance. Ah, swine. Is it counterclockwise? It's an absolute rattle, it is. But I am gold in everything. I've got officially gold, but I haven't got the gold time on the revived licenses for one test. Being 100% open and honest, hands up, palms up. And the second hardest thing to do is talk and drive and get it right. And look left at the screen that I'm chatting to read the text. That's the next hardest thing. Neil's just hit one. I couldn't do that till JB showed me a replay. The cone challenge in the MX-5. What an absolute nightmare that was. Yes, absolutely, Neil. That was an absolute slug. Excuse me. Hasn't he just? That video he sent me was epic. The way he showed how to do that was truly fantastic. I still haven't done a video of that. I need to. It just showed how to handle that car. I almost got that absolutely perfect. Swine. Oh, didn't he just? And that's the benefit of this group. The cone challenge in the Prius, do you know how to make that one really easy? Just hit it with the front left or front right of the corner. It clears the cones out the way. You don't ride over them. They don't get stuck underneath you. It just fires them off the track. Ping, 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 ping. It's brilliant. The best technique. Do it from bumper cam, not from bonnet cam. And you can just see it hit the front corner. Sorry, the other way around. Do it from bonnet cam, not bumper cam. And you see them just ping off the front of the car and they're out and away. But yeah, that's the benefit of being in this group. We have so many people that throw in bits and pieces to help us all conquer the process. Everybody comes up with something a little bit different, a little bit strange off the wall sometimes. We try it out and prove it and it works. It's amazing. Even, do you know, top left-hand corner there's a menu that helps you search? I had no idea. Absolutely no idea till Big Papa pointed it out. It's such a useful little menu search tool. Too fast, too slow, too slow, too fast. Absolutely, Aaron. I'll hear that one. Well done. Absolutely. I don't have a better bunch of people to race with. I wouldn't ask for any other bunch. And it keeps growing and changing, but it's a good group of guys. We're not far off. We're just 2/10 outside, I think. Oh, it's out of control at this point. Oh, slidey, slidey. I was faster in there. There was purple, wasn't it? I provided a few bits and pieces to everyone to try and be successful in the game. I'd say that's it, yeah. Oh, there's an entry. Oh, she loved that, didn't she? Oh, she didn't complain at all. Come on, boy. Anybody know how many laps this is going to take me tonight? I'm expecting one certain number, and if you're around a lot, you'll know how many laps it takes us. Goodwood. Those of you that sat with me that night at Goodwood when we did that, it was tremendous. 84 laps to get gold. 84 laps. Oh, that was so hard to do. This one, though, doesn't feel like it's going to be tremendously difficult to just polish this off and make it excellent. Excrement, did I say? 87 as? 84. It's a learning experience. See how the car turned in there? It does turn in rather aggressively on occasion. Just makes it just got to get it on the edge, and I think that's the bit. I lost all that time coming through them because I came through there so much quicker than I anticipated. I've washed out the front end again. I actually don't think there's many shortcuts to success. If, in terms of teaching yourself the game and how the game works, there are some shortcuts to success. But in terms of these types of tests, I think you need a routine. I do think you need a routine, and if you follow a routine that's relatively straightforward, relatively simple, I think you can find the shortcuts with your own process. Two weeks to get the best time on the ring. How was that, Az? Which one was that? Which one's that? Or was that the one you were talking about, the with the Honda Civic? Yeah, the Honda. Wow, that was tremendous. That was a lot of streaming, wasn't it? That was hard. Yeah, I'd forgotten all about that one. That was a tremendously difficult test to do, that. But we got it. We did get it. We proved it to ourselves. We were able to beat it. But keeping the Ghost was the success kicker there. There's people in the room that don't like following ghosts. They find them a distraction, they get in the way. But that is one of the biggest tips, the biggest advantages, is having a ghost that you can follow. I set mine at 0.9 seconds, so it's way out in front. The only time that it gets in the way is if I really make gains and catch it up. Second gear is optimal now for that corner look. But then it loses acceleration because we were in third gear, so we had a better run out the corner. We've gone purple. See if we can hold this time. Oh, it's washed out on me, don't do it. We lost the speed. We were so quick through there, it just changed how the car handled. It slid through the apex. A little short shift there just gave us a little bit of acceleration, but we're a long way back. I'm not comfortable with that second apex yet through the S's. It's downhill and you accelerate, you gain speed down that hill. It's quite bizarre. Come on, here we go. We're starting to get a good run of consistent clean laps now. All inside the 130s, so it's the apex there, and that early change to third didn't help the acceleration. But let's see if we can get that purple back again. Slide the sausage. Let's ride the sausage. There we go. We know we can cut that apex a lot sharper, don't we? So let's do that next time round. There we go. We kept the speed through there. That's good. Interesting how it adjusts the time to be ahead behind as you go through the apex, but I think it's measuring the distance and working out the time for the different in line that you have as you go through a corner. It doesn't know how to measure that distance when you take a wide or a narrow line, so that's why it varies the time through the apex. I had to lift the throttle there. Might have just knocked us back a bit. This should be gold, I think. I don't think it is. I think that's just outside. I think. Yeah, we tried to catch that apex earlier. Lost a little bit of speed coming through there. You can really ride that apex of that first turn into the S's. And we also hooked a tyre on the sausage. That worked. And we lost all that speed coming up the hill. We were much faster in the second half of the corner there, weren't we? Lost loads of time there. That's a shame. I thought it was 1:29.494. Not sure. We'll have to save the replay when we come out and make sure we get that right. We're going to really try and cut that first apex again. See if that can really help us with the run into the S's. Oh, yeah. That was a really unusual line. Was a 4:04. Okay, I don't think it's changed since I've come in, so that's okay. 4:04, still not too far off then. Still a bit raggedy through that middle section into the S's. Once I can sort that out, we can get this bit down to pat. I think I've got at least half a second in the middle sector. Although I'm not seeing a second sector time. I get the split, don't I, at the after the S's, but I'm not seeing another split after there. Let's oh, well, there is a split. 1:29.258 is my optimal, so let's push that down a bit. Let's see what we can do. Let's use that as a reference as well then, as well as the Ghost. I had to brake desperately there. It didn't feel good. Lost a bit there, haven't we? quicker through that part. Can't seem to get anywhere near my Ghost out of there this time. Ghost was properly quick through there, wasn't he? Managed to cut that line a bit lower. I'm sure the clock's lying to me. How could I be that quick up here? Just a smidgen. Don't like the acceleration in third, but getting down to second really does help. But then the acceleration in third out the corner is rubbish, so got to make my mind up about that. Didn't make that apex very well, did we? Ah, I've found another line out of there. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. See the exit. That's what I've just done. I've seen the exit. Look at that, 29.035 now on the optimal. Really can cut that corner at certain points. And I think I can really hammer that corner as well, so much more. So half a second down almost that time round. So gave second everything, and we were catching until... Oh, we still are. We're still up. We like the sausage. Let's straddle it. Oh, that front wheel doesn't want to turn once I hit that line. It's so wrong. Such a shame. And that went red. First time in a little while, that. Okay, right. Regroup. Let's have a think. We're at 25 laps. And we're about 0.0407 away. We've been chasing optimal for 5 laps. But we haven't been acing the lap. So let's try and work that out. See if we can really bomb this one. No, we can't. We have to turn the corner more. That's a shame. I've trashed this lap as well, haven't I? I've just not got the speed through the start-finish line. Almost got that spot on. What I've spotted is the final apex, the final white bit that you have to go over. Can't get the car to turn left, okay. Is a lot further to the right than I anticipated, so I think I can straight line that more as long as I keep the left-hand wheels on the red and white. Keeping the left-hand wheels on the red and white might actually be the answer to the problem. Need to lift the throttle there to get the car to turn, and it doesn't feel right. Feels like I want to have the throttle buried. Feels like we've run a lot of consistent laps just outside the target time, so let's see if we can find an improvement on just one of them. We've made an improvement up to that point, haven't we? There we go, a bit of applied process. Now that should be gold, unless gold has moved. Now we've got to get up the friends list. For an optimal of 129.035. To see a 28 is the next challenge. Right, let's go and have a look. Let's go and see if we're there. It's 129.378. 61 miles to do it. An optimal of 129.035. We're in the gold. Happy days. Top 10,000. That's where I was last time, you know. Top 10,000 was where we were. So, happy to progress and push on. We're inside the top 20, so 18th. Got a little bit of... just a big... That's about right for Big Popper, isn't it? Just to go in, just above him. It just makes my day. And just to acknowledge 2,605 subscribers. Thank you very much. For those people who are joining obviously outside of the stream or watching videos or through wherever they are, again, thank you. Right, a 128 will put us in the top 10. That's the next target. There's a bit of a jump, look, there's 0.3 of a seconds to get down to Russ. So that's what we're going to do next. We need to exit fully if we're going to change. No, we can't stop, Big Popper. Naughty, naughty. We're going to have a ghost now, aren't we? We're just not going to have a ghost if we go and change cars. So I need to exit out fully. Then I need to save the ghost, I think. I'm going to have to buy a default car, I think, if we can. I don't know if I've got a default one. No, we've still got our ghost, which is good. push a 28. I'd like to see myself top 5,000. Crossed my hands up then, I think, and I don't think that was... Oh, that would have been just outside gold as well. But a decent first lap. That short shift in second doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. That slide into there doesn't work either, does it? Actually worked, that little slingshot off the curb there. That got us some decent speed down the start-finish straight. The short shift doesn't work, neither does repping the VTEC. That doesn't work either. Got to change up, boy. Getting down to second didn't work there. I thought it might slow me down a bit quicker, but it slowed me down too quickly. So I was 0.181 up. And using second gear blew that. Okay, so it's a third gear corner. Righto, 10-4. And I blew the rest of the lap up for that. 129.022 optimal. Another fastest purple split. We're down to 128.961. That's where it needs to be, but that was the wrong line through there, definitely. The optimal says we can make improvements. Just the perfect lap will do it. Gonna leave it in 5th. Often with Gran Turismo, changing gears is your enemy. The least gear changes in a lap, the faster the lap normally. That's how the faster guys get away with it. Because what it says to you is you've got more time on the power or more times with direct on the brake. You're gonna go and bust me after you do another 5 hours after I finish at midnight and you go to bed at midnight with an absolute knockdown gorgeous lap time. I can anticipate that. I can expect that. I know how that works. And the thing is, you'll also be up earlier than me as well, won't you? Because you'll only get like an hour and a half sleep. The time I spend watching YouTube is wasted time for not driving, I guess. I did look up how to do a raid on Twitch. I did look that up. So I understand I've just got to follow a command and I've got to type that command in and it will take the channel across to another one. I just have to do an experiment and a practice and we'll work it out. Now that was last night's homework, we did that. And once we start raiding, we might get raided back, you never know. Especially if we had a good number on the old Twitch. If we have a few there, we might do it. We've got 4. Just had another joiner on the Twitch. Welcome to Twitch. It's a bit quiet down there tonight. But if you are watching, learning, please let us know you're there and we'll acknowledge you. We've got to get a bigger following on the Twitch for it to become something, so whilst we are working on YouTube, we are quietly working away at the Twitch to make sure that that's not an ignored area. I'm finding it hard to be quick in the last sector. I've already been quick in the last sector and made some time, but I'm finding it hard to beat the time there. Oh, I get it, Steve. I get it. You just... Absolutely. You need all the credits you can get. Yeah. Missed 100 million every week. You're going to be out of pocket in a minute, though, aren't you? You've only got about 70, I would suggest. We're up on time this time round, so let's make sure this is a good one. Let's constipate. Come on. Little bit slow because we had to break through the second apex, but get on the gas as early as we can. We're down a 10th. I know it's friendly competition, Steve. I'm only pulling your leg. You have the benefit of having 5 extra hours on us. On me, anyway. You know, you can take all your watching and viewing that you do with me, and then you've got 5 more hours till a reasonable bedtime. you know, and I know you go to work early as well, so you make the most of it and you're free to. The presents you leave me of, hey, look what I did, give me that spur to carry on and get stuff done, but then I can't do it because, of course, I'm doing mine with all the extra pressure of being live on air, all that extra pressure. You do it away in the comfort of your home. The only person watching is your papa. And he loves you to bits. So he's going to watch you whatever you do. Need to press the full stop and enter, my friend. But you get to start before me. What, 30 minutes? I actually don't get in a position to start doing any of this until 8:30 p.m. at night. So at 8:30 p.m. I'm actually in a position where I can get to do this. So 100% you know I've got a few issues with my job at the moment and I'm spending time doing other things. So other things I can't really talk about, but there's a lot to do between finishing work at 5, getting home at 5:30, having a meal with the wife. And this is serious conversation. I'm not resisting or saying, oh, I don't get that much time. I don't know however how many other fully married men with partners that they absolutely adore still get to do 3 to 4 to 5 hours of Gran Turismo a day, you know. So I start at 8:30 at night and I give it my best shot. And here we are. Best shot here. Just as Steve said, have you tried Ving? I just tried the Ving. I just tried it. It worked. Good night, Hazza. You take care, buddy. I lost a 10th going through there. Ooh, almost an 8. I missed the sausage as I was reading chat then. Oh, now I can't get the car to slow down at all. Doesn't matter, the lap is done. Dirty tyres. So what he said was, have you tried Ving that apex at the bottom of the hill? Yes, it's just a wider line. Get on the gas now. Charge through it, it works. Are you home yet, Big Pops? Or are you driving still? I'm guessing you're home because of the time. It's now something like 10:30, isn't it? UK, so it's 5:30 your time. And you do what, 8:04 on a Saturday? If you're doing the overtime and working, you'd be, yeah, every day working. Right, let's see if we can get a superb slingshot onto the straight. Still at work. Didn't come into 1:10:4. Okay. I thought you were quiet because you were driving. I didn't realise you were quiet because you were working. That's fine. Your commitment is awesome. Didn't go into one because I spent all night doing a time trial challenge to beat the Widdowmaker. I know, yes. Monday morning it didn't turn in till 3 because I was... we missed that apex because it threw us right offline. Hitting that sausage, smashed it. Will you be home for the game then? For the Michigan game? Or are they Monday night? Or is it Sunday night football? So I reckon I can do a 28 in the standard car. Shall we, Tuesday night, we're at Auto Polish Tuesday, Auto Polish Short. Auto Polish Short. With rain, with moist weather. Forgive me. Moist weather. A 129.088 with a 128.816 optimal. Interesting. We're down to the 5,000s. I'm happy with that, 2.53%. We're now going to change it up a bit. The Detroit game is on right now, so you're watching the Detroit game, you're watching the stream, and you're working, man of many talents. How tied is it? Is it like 6-6 or is it 14-14 or 20-20? Has it been a good scoring game? Probably couldn't get 20-20, could you? That's probably an impossible score, but... we are going to select from Garage. And we have these two beauties. We've got one at 250 brake horsepower. At 633 pp, which we're going to have to put the racing tyres on. And what have we got? We've got the fully adjustable suspension. It's not giving any downforce. We've got normal transmission. We've only got increased body rigidity as an item installed. So wheel-wise, it looks like we've got wheels on. Aero, we could possibly change. Don't know if we've gone super wide, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out if this car is any different to that car we've just been driving. We're going to see if it's going to handle any different. We're going to put the fastest ghost on, and we're going to have 2 ghosts when we start going. Working on the fair. Dude, that's what I like to hear. Right, here we are then. First drive in a custom car. We've still got traction control on. 1717. Okay. There are some impossible score games, though, aren't there? There are certain scores you can't get in American football, I believe. Car feels lower. Car feels like it slides more into corners. We're looking for some mid-corner aero. Feels like it revs higher. 15 minutes to go, so last quarter. I missed the change then. It didn't change down. I double tapped and it didn't double down. Now I've got bigger wheels on, I feel, and I think I want more rubber. Excuse the phrase. Looks like we've got the same aero on. I want to go away and I want to put different aero on the car. We'll go and do that very shortly. Although it feels like it holds much better. The minimum points a team can score without scoring other points is 2 points. Anything above 2 is possible, though some are more unlikely than others. Okay, understood. I thought there was something like 9. There was a game or something where you can't score like 19 points, or whether it's 11 points or something daft. Technically, you couldn't. Right, I'm going to change the aero on this thing. Minimum point score is points. Yeah, 19 is an unlikely one. GT Auto. Let's go into... Yeah, fortunately, that sentence there, 19 is one of the... Because unlikely was a big word, it missed that bit out, so I could actually read that entire one. Right, wheels. Owned wheels. This is currently on these. I click on those, and it's... Ah, yes, look at 15-inch. Let's make them wide, and make them wide, and install those. That's what I think I want. 8 as well, yes. So to score 8, you'd need a... Yeah, you couldn't do it, could you? You'd need a touchdown and 1 point. You couldn't do that. You'd need a touchdown, a conversion, and then 1 point, which you couldn't do. Or you'd need 4 times 8. You'd need 4 times the 2 points. And it's just unlikely, isn't it? Yeah. Just wouldn't... Yeah, you just wouldn't get... Two field goals and the 2 points would do it. But like you say, it's unlikely. Yeah, it's not impossible, but unlikely. Custom parts. We only have front wing, front aero, which we've got the B on, and the rear wing type A, that's the full one. But if we wanted to do something a little bit cheeky, that one, we could do that. Bonnet pins, other, there's no... These can't affect aero. They really can't. So, no issue. Front grille. That'd let more air in, wouldn't it? 2 points for safety, 3 for a field goal, 6 points for a touchdown, 1 point or 2 conversion act on. Absolutely. But could you score another touchdown from a conversion? There's a technical question. So you're aiming to score a touchdown. Could you go and then throw that to some receiver in the end zone whilst you're taking a field goal? Conversion. No, you can't do that. Okay, happy days. I think there was a film that depicted that you could do that. I think it might have been Mean Machine or something. Can't remember. Can't remember. That's a 2-point conversion. Okay. 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 So you can technically do that. Yes, okay. It's not another touchdown, though. It's a 2-point conversion. Huh? Surprised there aren't many more of those. I guess the way the play's set up, people don't do that. Okay. Does it look like the Michigan are going to make the success? Pass or rush on a T is 2 points. Okay. Understood. Right, we've made some adjustments to the car, some big adjustments. We're going to see how that affects the handling of the car. It's telling me I've not got the right tyres. I have got the tyres on. Why won't it let me... Ah, I see. I see. There's nothing else. Well, we could have gone and changed, couldn't we? Semi-racing silencer. Okay. We could have gone and put some of these pieces on. Stroke up, engine balance, tuning. They will be there. It might affect the car. Don't know. Oh, Detroit have scored. Okay. Okay. So they've got a touchdown, but now possession is with Michigan now, is it? Right, so bigger tyres. See if bigger tyres, wider tyres, and a different width of car makes a difference. I didn't set the ghost, did I? No. Fool. Gotta go all the way out and do all that again now. Because we have a bug that won't allow us to display ghosts. I'm hot as hell. All the way out, back in. Gotta do the tyre thing. Got to leave there, got to do that. Okay, then we've got to load the ghost, and then we're good. Can't rush into these things. That one. Here we go. Let's see if we can get more grip out of the car in the braking zone. See if the aero makes a difference. They hadn't won a playoff game in 30 years. Holy hell. They haven't had a good run for a while then. Everybody will be well stoked about that then. I feel like Blackpool getting to the FA Cup final or something, or Watford getting to the FA Cup final. Car felt unstable there. Doesn't want to turn. So the aero has definitely changed. Maybe the ride height of the car has actually changed as well because of the change of the wheels. Let's give it a whirl though, let's not give up on it. Ride height shouldn't really change because when you change the wheels and tyres you should actually keep the same rolling radius so it measures the speed the same. But we're talking about real life there. We're not talking about how the game interprets stuff. Missed the apex. Feels harder to turn, much harder. I want to change the aero back. I want to make sure it's just the wheels and not the aero. I probably shouldn't have changed the aero this time round. Probably shouldn't have. Custom parts, air wing, go to B. Make sure it's there. Yeah. Quite a slow update for a PS5, that. Got to do exactly the same thing again here, haven't we? We've got to do the tyres, yeah, because we should go into the default. Change that next time we next come out. So the aero's back to being the same, and now we're going to find out whether it's the tyres that are not gripping through that corner. Right. Come off the brakes and it turns in. I understand. Let the car roll. Let the good times roll. Didn't get the car to the apex then. Felt it washed out just in that last turn in. It did wash out a little bit there, didn't it? Can't get it to turn. There we go. Slow though. Have to get the right line. Let's run a few laps. Let's see what happens. Can't get it to turn. Do we think 0.5% is going to be quick enough to make gold in the next 2 weeks, I wonder? I think it probably is. I think there's room. We go back to Mount Panorama and see if we can beat Steve's time. No. We've got to go back and put those other wheels on. This drives dog. So the 15s are the wrong tyres. We know it, we feel it. We're not cutting the apexes. We're not able to bring the car in. So the car is sliding too much. But what we don't know whether it's because of the width. So what we could do is we could have a look at what the default wheels and tyres are. See what the adjustment is. If we go to default, that's them. You can't beat my time. At Mount Panorama? Oh, I could, Steve. I could if I had a really good day and a little time to practice and play. I don't stream Monday night, you know what I'm doing. Now it's 15-inch, and they're 15-inch standard. So, okay, happy days. So I was using those bad boys, and they're 15-inch standard. I think I want to go something like a 17, and I want to increase the width of the rim, so that'll give me more traction into a corner. What do you mean, bah? Encouraging that little bit of, what did you call it? Competition. Competition, sir. If I go width wide, that'll give me more turning, but the car will slide. So I think I'm going to stay standard to see if that makes any difference. Come on, I'm looking for you saying 24-24. That's what I'm listening for. That's what I'd like to hear. I want a happy big popper. Every time I look towards the screen, the subscribers have gone up. 2607. That's epic. Absolutely epic. It's having a bit of a growth spurt, which is good. Yeah, it's getting to the top 10 stars. We're so close. I mean, a tenth and a bit out for me. You're less than a tenth. You know, you're 005, aren't you? Yeah, I want to hear 24-24 as an update. That's what I want to hear next, Big Steve. I want you to tell us that they've equalised. Not Detroit. You're all your boys. I want to hear 24-24. Then I want to hear Michigan go ahead. That's what we want to hear. Everybody's supporting you in the room. All 14 people watching are supporting Michigan right now. You can't hear them saying anything or see them say anything, but they are deep down. Deep down. What do you mean, no, no? This feels so much better. Except I messed that up. I didn't get the reds though, that's cool. We want Michigan to win, don't we? Or secretly deep down, we want the Dolphins to make a miraculous recovery and come back. They want to find some ball tampering fault or something a week after and the other team have been disqualified. Well, that only happens to Dan Marino. No, it's the other fella. The balls are too soft. And another subscriber. Happy days. Yeah, the Dolphins are. They're on holiday. We've heard. My subscriber count didn't go up for that subscriber, unless that was a delayed effect. Oh, 31 Detroit, Hang on a second. I thought it was Michigan you were supporting on. I thought it was Michigan. Or is Detroit actually Michigan? I know they're the same state. So when you say Michigan, you mean Detroit? You're talking to somebody who has no clue. Michigan State is the university. Detroit is your NFL team. Is that right? Look how far ahead the Ghost was. Oh, for the state of... See, you confused me completely. Using different words that mean different things. I mean, what's that all about? So Detroit is the team you were wanting. I thought... Yes, it is, isn't it? Because Axel Foley was actually in Beverly Hills because he was sent... Was he deporting a prisoner or something to go to Beverly Hills? Wasn't it somebody he was escorting? Or was somebody killed in Detroit that had to go to... Oh, that's a good story, Neil. You're going to have to name them all, Steve. Name all the college teams so we know. So there's no confusion. I'd like you to make a YouTube video on it and so I can watch and learn and study. You see, Steve will know all about that because he's a native. It will be in his local history files, won't it? He'll be got taught it at school. My Ghost is now pretty quick. I'm gold on these tyres. Oh, round the outside, round the outside. I've seen that film. What's it called? Is it 8 Ball? No. What's it called? With the rapping. I can't remember. My brain is just useless. Eminem was in a film. 8 Mile. Is it 8 Mile? Steve, do you work at that factory, Steve, where Eminem's at? Where he works at? Isn't Deer Hunter from there as well? Alice Cooper. Welcome, Chris P. Oh wait, she died. Never mind, she can still pop round. If she could muster a warm patch. Kid Rock. Now I'm just rolling laps. I think I'm happy with this setup now. Look how close they are, the Ghost and the my fastest Ghost. They're about each other, look. In fact, at that point, my Ghost on this setup was actually faster, look. So you're actually in second heaven then, Big Popper, with your team actually now 2 scores in the lead. That's excellent. Did you say the score had changed? Because the Bucks, haven't they, they've had a run of success in recent years, so for Detroit to beat the Bucks, that's a decent result. 31-17, there you go. Happy days. You might have to have a beer or two to celebrate that tonight, Big Steve. I messed that corner up. Now you're allowed to support home state. I occasionally support Doncaster. I live just outside Doncaster, but I'm an Arsenal fan, so I will occasionally cheer on the Doncaster when they've got Burnley or Blackburn going to play against them. Because I lived in Blackburn for... I lived right between Burnley and Blackburn in Accrington for 14 years, so... And I could say it's 17 years because I lived in Clitheroe and Blackpool for 3, so... I do support the local team, so that's allowed. Nobody will hunt you down and murder you for supporting your local team as well as your favourite team. I'll never get over the fact that people in Yorkshire, though, support a Manchester team. You know, because of the War of the Roses. Oh, it gave me a red that time. I borrowed so much. If you know anything about the War of the Roses, you'll understand Yorkshire and Lancashire. You can't technically, because of the War of the Roses, we've got a red rose and a white rose. The white rose is Yorkshire, the red rose is Lancashire. There was a battle, I think it was called Battle of Bosworth Field, the War of the Roses. And I used to live in Bosworth, so I know exactly about that, but Richard III and some other dude got their armies together and they had a bit of a pop. And the old... I never know who won. I think it might have been Yorkshire that... it might be Lancashire that won, I don't remember. Reds or the Whites, I can't remember. One of them won, and anyway, the Reds and Whites, the Roses, still have their own issues with each other today. They have a long-standing border that moves continually every 2 or 3 years as they change the borders of the counties. They change so often that some years you get people that refuse to call where they live Yorkshire or Lancashire. 31-23 with 4 minutes 37 to go. Could there be overtime? That would be exciting, wouldn't it? Wouldn't be necessary, but This feels much better than the original car. I've just got to get time improvement to prove it. Get it to brake in a straight line. Not hit the sausage and lose grip. Could take absolutely hours to play that 437 though. Who's on the ball now? Who's in possession? Because if you guys have got possession, you'll be winding the clock down. You'll be going for everything. Go to maximum play clock and then keeping possession of the ball on the field as long as possible. Making as many yards as you can to make the 10, the 10, the 10. They'll want to pin you down, but they can't pin you down to just field goal range because they need 2 of them. Yeah, they could run it down a lot because you just have the ball in possession and you don't concede the ball or give the ball away in such a way that it stops the clock. So keep the ball on the line of scrimmage, you can keep it active, you'll run the clock down quite well. Just keep rooking the ball or get a little bit of a running play going and rook the ball again. It will still be there, and just take your time. Try and get the ball into the other half and just push them back. Do the same thing in rugby. You can keep the ball playing, keep it active, don't let it go out of play to the sideline. Because the clock stops, of course, when you throw the ball out of the sideline, doesn't it? As long as it's, well, I say as long as it's not a foul. Ooh, there's a stoppage with 2 left. Yeah, that's right. So the idea is you guys get it to the 2 minutes and still have possession, I see, I would guess. Then they could stop the play at any time to stop any time ticking down. Yeah, good point, yeah. Right, I've got to get concentrating on this. Too fast. That didn't make any improvement, did it? The miles back. But if only I could get in touch again. My Ghost is in. He's almost in the lead until it goes through that line. Look at him go. It's just more acceleration of the silver. Oh. Oh. Oh no, I went faster with this car, didn't I? No, that's not the record though, is it? That is the record now. I'm a 28, aren't I, with the silver car? Silver car has a 28. Yes. Got to remember, I've not been focusing. We've got another subscriber just ding. Hello, the 12. I'm guessing Scampy's last shift was last night. Wilkie's had a day with the family today. everybody's also revving up for work tomorrow. Not really making any progress at this moment in time. I'm going to have to focus and get this next lap going, so let's do that. Let's see if we can improve on the optimal. And then we'll change back to the rental and see if anything about the feel of this car has improved our use of the rental. Feels like the tyres are burnt up. Not that they burn up because they get reset every time we go across the line based on tread, but it's heat. We're not actually making any gains. Not feeling it. We haven't proved that a change in wheels or tyres makes a difference. Not today. Hang on. We did set the fastest lap with that car with the new wheels, didn't we? 1:29.081 is the fastest time of the day. So we did improve with an own car based on what we know. Wowzers. Because I've not been focused. I've lost it. Totally. Rent an event car. This one. Talking about football. Being distracted. And having amazing subscriber numbers. So the Ghost we've got is a 1:29.088, which is what I'm loading up now because I didn't save that 081. We actually beat the Ghost with our own car. We beat the standard car with our own car. Probably because those 17-inch wheels really worked really well. But drop back to the standard car and see if we can improve. We only beat it by 0.007. I tried to do a deeper apex, cut back in and have a straighter accelerate, but it didn't work. I tried to go deeper than the apex and wowzers. Sorry, hang on. Tampa Bay has the ball. They have 90 yards to go and need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion to win. So the tie is could be likely with 2 minutes to go. So they've got 4 plays. Well, they've got more, haven't they? Every time they gain 10 yards, they get 4 more. The tie, exactly right. Yes, that would force overtime, not a rematch, wouldn't it? When they, and if they get into a position where they can't make the 10-yard gain, they're in a punting world, and that's just no good. With 90 yards and they're back on their own 10. They've got the whole pitch to go. It's not a great position to be in, is it? I'd rather be in the old Michigan situation the old Detroit side. And yeah, 90 yards to go, less than 2 minutes. They've got 2 timeouts. Not the best situation. I think your attacking line did really well to get to the 90-yard line. Or the 40 in the attacking zone, whatever you want to call it. That's decent. Good evening, Mr. Adrian. Welcome to the channel tonight. Please excuse Bid Popper, he's watching football. And he's allowed to. We're getting full play-by-play commentary as well as it goes, so we can't admonish him too much for being a sporty kind of guy. I used the rental car to get gold, and then at rental car I changed to a personal car and managed to improve my time, and I've just run off the track having tried to dive bomb the apex. But yeah, I did use the rental car to get gold, and I did get gold. Excellent. You've just got to run down the clock now. 4 plays to just knock 30 seconds off every time. Game is over. You guys are into semis. Well done, Big P. There'll be cheers across your shop floor now. Everybody will go back to work. Productivity will be up for the next 3 hours. All your M&M people and your Deer Hunter people will be working very well. Because they all look like M&M from that part of the world, I guess. Or Kid Rock. Or Alice Cooper. I can just see them all in your workplace now. Don't hit the wall. It did hit the wall, you slug. Of course, the whole of the USA other than Michigan would have wanted Tampa Bay to win. But, well done, Detroit. Massive franchises down in that part. Oh, missed that. Missed that. Talking about football. Yeah, missed that. Massive franchises down on the Panhandle. Good luck with it, Adrian. I'm looking for a 28. car wouldn't turn there on the brakes. I had to go that fraction slower. Went to 5th really early then. Had to have a double go at the throttle there, not great. Didn't have the pace through the apex because of the slide, but we still live to fight another day. Feel I'm just going too slow through there at the minute. Need to be quicker. Ah, that's twice I've hit that wall. Can't get the car to turn since we did this. See if we can get the car smoother through some of those corners. That the S's is where I'm losing out. And by the time we get to here, we're so far back. It's just about being smooth, and I'm not driving my usual smooth self. Doesn't want to turn, I feel. I've got to do the turning whilst off the throttle. That's where I feel it's got to be. Got to attack turn one more, I think. We're down half a tenth. should have gotten a third earlier, I think. Tenth down. Tenths down. We had to hold off the throttle because the front end was sliding towards the grass. Put one tyre in the grass, you end up with two tyres on the grass and red flags, so no good. We're so close to beating that time again. We're on par with the Ghost. I think I've done that again. I think we only need like let's see what happened. No, reverse. Come on. What I want to try and do... I know I've gone red, it doesn't matter. What I want to try and do is I want to try and do this. I want to try and put the car there. So I'm accelerating from this point. At the minute I've been accelerating because I'm trying to turn the car. I've been accelerating from here. And just look how far different that is. I want to be accelerating from all the way back there. I want to be accelerating from the car being... Ooh. Stop. I'm braking with my right foot, it doesn't feel right. I want to be accelerating from there. That's where I want to accelerate from. That's what I'm going to try and do this time round. Even if I've got a red lap, that's what I want to try and do. We've got a red lap. We kind of knew we'd get one, so it doesn't matter. Press full stop and enter, please. I now need to read what I said. Thank you, Big Papa. Are shifting down to second in the term. Some of them, yeah. Try fifth through the S's. Fifth through the S's. So, second in... I'm only turning to second in the first and the last. Fifth through the S's. So second gear here. I can't get the car to turn enough to hit that, but I was on the gas. Right, so first turn is second. Saying keep it in fifth. Am I in fifth or am I changing down to fourth? I don't know. I've never remembered. I'm in sixth gear now. So fifth gear. Car sliding, but fifth is feeling okay. Got to brake here or it'll just wash out into the wall. That's so slow. Fifth's got nothing on the out. Okay. Try that again. Fifth is just so slow. The revs go to So low. There's no torque in this engine by the feel of it. I feel I need fourth for the second S. Second half of the S. Fifth going in feels okay. Yeah, there's what I've noticed with that second S is you can actually run so much wider than you think you can. If you dab the brakes going in, oh, the car wouldn't slow down then. If you dab the brakes going in, you can actually turn the car deeper and go towards that. Oh, I went to fourth. What rubbish! You can go wider. And I'll show you what I mean. Just like I want to do with the final turn. I want to do it on that second S. And I've got it to work for me occasionally. I'm trying to do too much, I think, at the minute. It takes so much for my brain to adjust. I don't know what it is. I can be happily slamming away and just think, right, don't change down. And my brain does it. Fifth gear. Oh, my word. How much do we cut? And we're good. No, we're not. We're red now. Late, go. I like Neil's suggestion. I want to make that work. I do want to make that work. Yeah, I find the car doesn't turn on the throttle, it turns on the brakes, believe it or not. The longer you're braking, the more it will turn. It doesn't want to turn when you've got the throttle pressed. And then when you take your foot off, it just dies a death, but I've messed that up. I turned too tight. Not enjoying that last corner now. Now that I'm trying to get further round, I've got to lift off the throttle because I'm trying to power all the way through there. I'm going to forget about the S's for a minute. That's unnecessary in my brain. I need to get that last corner right. I want to start the lap the right way, and then we'll work out what we're doing at the other end of the circuit. It's too much for my pea of a brain. This one, you can go all the way to the right and then drive the car out. Like you say, it's just getting the effort to turn. It wouldn't turn then, it just slid. And then I couldn't get traction control to come off. Now somebody has said, take traction control off. So, it's off. Let's see if that's going to improve anything. But my left leg is absolutely killing me. I've sunk down in the chair and my left leg position is not good. Right, let's see where we go. That didn't work, did it? The front end of the car bounced and we didn't get the acceleration we were looking for. Oh, well down. We'll get that right in a minute. Touch the wall. 10 laps of this. We do 10 laps of rubbish, don't we? Then we get a good one. We've been consistently rubbish for many laps. Missed the apex turning in. Rubbish, 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 rubbish. Didn't get the car to turn enough before I punched the throttle. Oh dear. traction control. B turn, try that in fourth. What am I trying it in? Am I in third? I've no idea. I can't get the car to slow down in fourth, I don't think, if that's the higher gear. If I'm doing it in third, I'm churning down to third because I can't get the car to stop. So if it's in fourth, okay. I still hope you've bought that rig, Neil. That was a bargain at $1,700. Oh, I see I've turned traction control off, haven't I? That's why it's wheel spinning like a demon. Oh, I've got the arms crossed and everything. Am I taking it down to third? I must be. No acceleration in fourth at all, even though I've just hit that. Yeah, I don't like it in fourth. Third's the gear for me, I think. I haven't had a decent lap to be able to try a test out. I'm just slamming it about and running reds and not happy. Not happy at all. Struggling to find any gains. No tests are working. Not finding anything. Purple sector, but the fourth just induces the car into a slide. It's not slowing down. Because I feel I'm having to turn the car in because I just can't get it to stop. So let me go back to third for a couple of laps and see if I can get the car under control, and then we'll try and do fourth gear. But I'm also trying to do the right exit from the final turn, and I'm also trying to do fifth gear in the S's, which just is painful. It's not working for me. It's trying to change too much in one go, I think. That was nearly punching the wall. I'm also going to turn traction control back off because that's just not friendly. Too much for the brain to work on. Not heard from the seller. Oh, that's a shame. So you did try. Oh, shame. It's a decent bargain to have one at that price. Let's try and do third gear here just for the minute. Third gear really settles the car down. Get back on the throttle, up to fourth early. It's still so slow. Come on, legs, legs. It's accelerating, it's catching up. If I'd been faster at that point, we might have actually made the gains, but got to put the laps together and get them smooth. Let's see if we can try this. There we go. That was the line I wanted. It's slow though. But we are catching on that point. So we're faster through the line doing that. That's good. That's what I wanted. We wheel spun a lot then. That was really quite terrible. We've got a 128.998 on the optimal, which is good. That's where we want to be. We're aiming the 128. We lost that 10th. We went too slowly into that second S. We're not gaining at that point. We revved it out and we should have probably changed up early. It's a non-turbo this, isn't it? There's no boost. .3308, that's you in gold. Braking does help it, yeah. The longer you can trail brake through, the better you've got a chance of turning the car. Mine just slid through there then. Mine didn't want to turn. I probably braked too late, but... Fifth in works. I'm just missing the apex a smidgen. But fifth through, fourth doesn't even work through there. You're not in goal. Wow. Oh, it's a 129.4, isn't it? Sorry, my apologies. I thought it was 134. My brain messes up numbers big time. It's a good job I'm not a data analyst or anything, isn't it? Christ. Alright, so it hasn't moved since I first started, that's fine. I was gold a lot earlier than I thought then. I went to 129.4 before checking. I did a 129.3 something. Need to get a better turn into turn one. We go around the sausage this time. Has that gone red? No, we're good. We massively cut that first apex entrance, didn't we? Don't blow it here. Come on, don't blow it. Threw it away there. We were blooming purple by a quarter of a second. Ah, yay. We know we can cut the first S now. A 128 and I'm happy. Come on, boy. What if counter steer will help me? Even though counter steer normally only works for your rear wheel drive cars, might help us going into the V corner. It'll stop this. Let's see if we can get that. See if we can get that first apex to the S's right. We're going to try and attack it with a little bit more gusto. The car just threw. Oh. Because we braked too wide and hit the marbles on it. We're going to dodgy lap now. We're going to get a red lap. We'll have a red lap, I think. Yeah. Let's do a practice though. Close enough. Missed that one. Finding that really quite annoying. On 28.946. We were hitting those corners really well earlier. We were using the orange curbs to actually help us get round the corners, so we were doing really quite well. Now we feel like we're just running laps for the sake of running laps. It doesn't feel like we're actually gaining anything because we're not learning anything. What we are learning is that we're making a lot of wrong decisions. So let's see what we can do this time round. Missed the apex, but get the early acceleration in. There we go. See if we can get blue times all the way down to turn 1. There's the blue. Massive chunk of loss there. That'd be gear change loss. So hitting that curb on the inside was a mistake. See if we can break this down in a straight line. Third gear's so much better than fourth. Feeling wise, not necessarily speed. We've lost the time. Went down to second there, shouldn't have gone down to second, should have stayed in third. Kept it wide of the apex then, so I didn't hit the orange curb because I'm a fool. I overcooked it then. 10th down at this point by avoiding the orange curb, but hey ho. Right, the wind's blowing hard outside now. Over hesitated coming into that corner. I'm not going to change up to 6th here. I think that's been wasting time. And we gained a 10th. All we've got to do is not lose those times through the S's. We gained on the last sector there. And treat that little orange curb with a bit of respect. There we go, we get it right. When you just brush it with the wheel, you gain time. We effed that up. We were doing really well. We didn't get the acceleration right. We didn't get the car turned into the V corner, did we? I actually feel there's a massive difference in how you drive the car with TC to no TC. The car will do more without TC, I think. I think it'll turn more because the traction control stops the wheels sliding. So, not that I'm saying don't use TC because I use it religiously, but there's definitely an advantage to not using TC. You get more out the car, but you have to be more deliberate, controlled and precise with your throttle inputs. Because if you notice, when I was driving no TC earlier, I just slammed the throttle and the damn thing wheel spins. And I don't know at what point the wheel spin's going to start because I've got no feedback. In my car, when I drive it, the front wheels light up and I feel them go light. And I don't feel that through this steering wheel. So, a definite improvement for me when I get the new rig is to try having more control with feel. So if we can get more feel through the V3 pedals, if they're what we go for, if we can activate that rumble, if that's going to work for us. I went to 6th when I said I wouldn't. We lose 0.1, nearly 0.2. just by going up to 6th, so we're going to keep it in 5th to the top of the hill there. Again, we brake too late there. We must be approaching midnight. We are 10 minutes left. Minutes to get that 128. Come on. Not that I don't think we need it. Just a personal target would be nice. Too low? Yeah. Had to really back off. We kept the speed, but we turned in too low. Couldn't get the car to rotate. Again, we turned in too early there. Come on, Jim, sort yourself out. Running the 129s is good, but the high 129s, we don't want to be in the 129 ones. Where we're losing pace is the key parts of the track, and they're the bits we're not getting right. Hope that all makes sense. Of course it does. The critical parts of the track where you're losing time is where you're losing time, you dickwad. Come on, get on with it. I've lost the time already, but I'm gaining. Oh, I saw a .007 then. I also saw a -8. So far back, just because of gear changing. There we go. Found it at last. Oh, you slug, we lost it all in that last corner. We've improved, but we did lose it all in that last corner. Absolute wazzick. I'm never going to get that same line again, am I? That was a one-off hit, that was a one-off hit. Oh, such a shame. And I got this one right as well. Third gear, down to the apex, back on the throttle. No short shift to fourth, it just accelerated beautifully out. I got it right, everything worked. It was confidence. That would have been it. That would have been the 28 we were looking for, and I'd have finished the night happy, so... The other thing we did here is we hung the car in third gear there. We didn't brake, we just let third gear do the slowing down, which worked very well. But here, we just messed it up. Hello, Swire, hope you are good, sir. I've just looked at the subscribers, 2611. It's gone up 4 since I last looked. That's absolutely mental. Thank you so much, everybody. If that's happening from on the stream or happening from the channel, I don't know, but it's going great guns. Right, we're up on time here. Let's see if we can just get that right again. We've gone purple again. Oh, come on. We lost all that time. We're going to have a perfect run through here. Or the ghost is. We're down again. Good man, Swire. Well done. Good for gold. Good man. I want a 128. You can see on the ghost just how much time we lost. If you watch the one that's in front now, just how much he will get his ass touched as he goes through there. Look at it, it's really closing up. Oh, you think you may lose the gold this week, maybe? You just got to try and find that extra bit of time. And I think I found where I can find maybe a quarter of a second more. I just need a good lap. Look, 128.6 it's showing on my optimal. But I keep getting easy the parts of the track wrong. Purple again, which is where we want to be. We had it, we just had to double tap the brake there, which just upset the car. Missed it, it spun round. Yeah. And it looks like that's where we're going to finish the evening, folks. A 129.033. Let's go and see where that finishes us. That was a shame. We were just finding that. But we could come back to this. We could come back to it. 220 miles today for this test. A little bit in the other part of the world. We're into the top 5,000, which... Am I happy with that? I guess so. It's a fun little challenge. It's a fun little challenge. So, am I top 10? Yes, top 10, which... Russ is faster than me, Mr. Maguire, Mr. Wedley, Red and Sam, expect that. But yeah, top 10. Kind of happy with that, really. If we're going to talk about whether it's good or not, here it is, I think. I was pouring my can open upside down. Still got a whole can to drink here. I'm going to be nipping backwards and forwards, aren't I? So 494 is gold. So there's Olive. There you are. So you're just inside. Love It's just got in as well. Big Popper will blow us away later. I'm sure he will. Excuse the phrase. He won't blow anything. He will smash past us. He will blow past us and be somewhere in the ether. But there's people just touching the limits there, which is good. Which is good. What is the top guy doing? It's Mr. De Bruyne has beaten our friendly fella from the Saudi Arabia by the looks of it. Mr. De Bruyne's faster. He's gone 126.888. That's pretty epic. Pretty epic. But I don't think they're going to beat it by half a second. So I'm not quite the master. So you give me far too much. But we do okay. We do okay for a fat lad. So. And that, folks, is going to draw that to a close. And I just have to give you all a massive shout out. I mean, to take us subscribers-wise past the 2,600. And we've had 15 subscribers while I've been on air. So, Neil, I know you're behind the big push and you like to track. And thank you very much, sir. It's appreciated. You do acknowledge it. And that's pretty epic. We got to 2,500 just 2 weeks ago. So 100 plus in 2 weeks is really, really good. So really happy with that. Thank you, Adrian. So, and with that, folks, there was last night's membership as well, who we still don't know who's done that. Mr. Big Popper has confessed it wasn't him. So I can't really think of who else has given us that, unless there's a secret person sat there somewhere who doesn't say nothing. Well, there must be, mustn't there? Is it possible to have in a collection? What do you mean by that, Swire? Sorry, try that. A little bit more explanation. What do you mean by a collection? And I know that's going to be an English problem, but it's a second language problem, I know. Just while we wait on Swire to see if he can explain. Nations Cup. Is that just the results, Season 2, or is there another one being announced? 27th of the 1st, Season 2, Round 4. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can't enter that, can I don't think. Yeah, because I didn't enter those, yeah. Ah, My Ghost. Yes, so I've saved My Ghost, haven't I? So if you want My Ghost for my fastest lap, I go to my showcase. And that's my fastest one there. I'll share that, sir. Oh, it's going to make me type it all out. Dirty swine. Isn't it? Just dirty. There we go, sir. That's shared. You can now pick that up if you want to. You need to find that on your friends page for me, so it won't go on the other page, but it'll be there. That's my fastest lap. If anybody wants it. So with that being the case, folks, I'm going to sign out. It's just gone past midnight. Massive thanks to all who've ever said, and we'll see you on the next one. All the best. Take care. Thank you very much. We'll see you tomorrow night. Yes, tomorrow night. Lap time license tests probably, or maybe a bit of practice. All the best, Adrian. Take care. Good night, Big Papa, Neil. Everybody.